it kind of just brings full circle that I know that I have a lot of ideas. I know that I'm probably like all over the place sometimes when I do stuff, but to have people support you just because they actually like believe in you, that no matter what you do, they're still going to be behind you, that meant a lot to me. Because sometimes you can feel alone out here. It's hard.
Those things keep us going. Because sometimes we do things and just like, it's like a never-ending cycle, but it's the effects of what we see, the impact that we make.
Jimmy! Lights, camera, action. Some people thought I quit and I ain't giving satisfaction. From a different era, writing rhymes up on napkins. What you had to say was more important, man, than trapping. Yeah, I'm talking back then, speaking of contemporary. Gotta spit the truth, for the lies they attempt to bury. Why we always make the music.
What's good, family, and welcome to another episode of Jimmy Bond's podcast, right here on Philadelphia Radio. We are live at Philadelphia Radio TV studios. Shout out to the squad, shout out to Ty, A-Dot behind the camera. Appreciate you for all you do. Remember, family, you always can call us with your comments, your questions at 267-289-2515. Again, that's 267-289-2515. You also can email us at jimmybondspodcast@gmail.com. Again, that's jimmybondspodcast@gmail.com. That's JIMMYBONDS podcast@gmail.com. Also, family, make sure you follow us on all your social media outlets. Make sure that's Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube, all at Jimmy Bond's Podcast. Follow us all. Check out what we do. We got new shows coming up. And you also can check us out each and every Wednesday night at WPEB Radio 88.1 FM, as well as Philadelphia Radio TV at philadelphiaradio.com at 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. in the morning weekdays. We're going to keep this thing started. You can see I have a pretty lovely lady here sitting with me. She rocking out, bringing her on the show. So happy to have her. But like all of our guests, we got to give them an introduction. You ready?
Sure.
She ready for the introduction? Today's guest blends sweetness with hustle, creativity with resilience, and business with real-life motherhood. She's the baker behind beautiful creations, Be Baked, and the voice behind a candid content about parenthood, food, and life. From custom cakes to everyday moments, she's turning her passion into influencing one delicious story at a time. I like to describe her as resourceful, ambitious, artful, flavor-forward, imaginative, expressive, engaging, adventurous, magnetic, bold, and sincere. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce you to Miss Brittany of Be Baked. Welcome, Miss Brittany. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you. I was about to say, who you talking about? Who you talking about?
Who she talking about? I'm talking about her.
Oh,
I'm talking about her.
Welcome.
That's what's good. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show.
Thank
How you feeling?
I'm feeling good. I'm excited to be here. Thank you for having me.
I'm glad we have you. I met Brittany probably, almost 3 years ago?
Yeah, just about, I think.
First of all, I met you at I don't know why I was there, a women's empowerment event.
Correct.
I was at a women's empowerment event. I don't know how that was, but met Brittany. She came down, did a short interview with us, and I told her then that we was going to get an interview then. Mm-hmm. But time goes past, and we got her now. So, Brittany, welcome. So glad you're here. Let's talk a little bit about you. Where you from, first of all?
I'm from Uptown.
Okay.
Yes.
You born and raised in Philly, right?
Yes.
Now, you started a very striving, successful cake business. You did. So, you built this business about your creativity. If you ever seen her cakes, I'm telling you right now, and not only cakes, just cakes and desserts and everything else, they are so creative. I know she's known for that, but it's beyond that. You can look at the Food Network, probably not even find cakes that look like hers. She is killing it in the game. So tell me about this. How did you turn your love for baking and cakes into a career, not just a hobby?
When people started to pay for it, that was around the time where I felt as if I should start taking it seriously. Everyone would come to my house to eat because I cater as well. So if it wasn't for catering, baking, everybody's like, oh, well, I'll pay you for this. And I said, oh, you will? So that's kind of where it started off at. Once I realized that people would pay for my creations, I said, okay. Of course.
We're going to start this out.
Absolutely.
Was it a passion of yours, or was it just something you kind of stumbled upon?
I'd say I stumbled upon it, but in a very unconventional way. I have kids, and 3 boys and a girl, and they're hungry. So
as we are.
Instead of a lot of people, they take their kids, they go to Wendy's, they get a 4 for $4.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, for sure.
But you can't do that with teenage boys because they're hungry after you pull off from the drive-thru. So it's like, how can I make sure that everyone's still full? And I'm not breaking my pockets. So I figured I had to cook from scratch. I had to bake from scratch. I had to do this in order to make sure that everybody was good and that my pockets were good afterwards.
That's a real thing. People don't think about that. Actually starting from scratch. Yeah, I mean, boys got to eat. That's just a classic thing. But, I often think about how us as our culture, we become resourceful because sometimes it's just, you got 4?
Yeah.
So you have 4. I come from a family of 4. So I know as a child of a family of 4, you got to kind of stretch certain things out. And you talked about, starting from scratch and cooking from scratch and that kind of thing. What do you feel like you've gained in terms of not just your baking and your business, but being a mom? What do you think you gained from starting from scratch pretty much?
The admiration of my kids, I think that's like a huge thing for me because literally now that everyone's grown, they look at me, they're like, I'm the prototype for when they're looking for spouses and stuff. It's like, oh, my mom cooks. Like, my mom cook every day. Or
that's
like,
real,
you got to learn how to cook. You got to do this. You have to have these certain qualities. So I admire the fact that they look to me as like the standard for which they're looking for partners, and that I have the qualities that they would want their partner to possess. Not in like a weird way. I don't want it to sound weird.
I know what you mean. But no, you said standards. Those are the standards you set. Like,
so I appreciate that aspect of it. Like that they took away from their childhood, like, oh, okay, this actually was great. This actually was beneficial.
No doubt. No doubt. What were some of the challenges you felt when you first started out? Because they see the cakes. They don't see the journey.
Challenges is actually knowing my worth. And I still struggle with that to this day. I have a hard time pricing like where I should price because I just always feel like I want to be reasonable. And reasonable isn't practical when it comes to buying these ingredients. So that's a big part of where I still struggle now, just being transparent.
But I don't want you to feel bad about that. I think because that's something I think some of us, I think you care about your clients. So you're thinking about their pockets as much as you're thinking about yours, right? So it's not about taking shorts. We kind of feel like we have to kind of compensate for our clientele in a way. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And give them a little bit of leeway sometimes. It's not supposed to be like that, but that's kind of how you have to operate a business in our culture. So I get it completely. Trust me, I've had times where I'll be like, I don't know. I don't know, I'm going to charge you full price, you know what I mean? But I get it. I definitely get it. Talk about your transition from Be Baked to now being I'm going to call you an influencer because if you ain't seen the videos, she out here trying all kind of crazy foods, trying all kind of different things. What made you want to jump into that lane? And I think it's a dope thing because I'll tell you about that, why I think it's dope in a second. But what made you kind of get your lane in there?
So trying random stuff is literally what I do on a daily basis. It's no different from what I actually do. I just figured, why not record it? I'm on social media all the time and I see people literally just say anything and do anything. So I figured, put me on there trying stuff. I do this in my house behind closed doors.
Yeah, no doubt.
So
no doubt.
I might as well let the world see. So
responses have you gotten so far? Because that's a different kind of transition. Wow. You know what I mean? You went from showing your cakes. Now you're doing other things. You really, showing family, showing, you out in the streets.
Yeah.
How's that been for you?
For the people who know me, it's like, okay, that's Brittney. She's always doing something. So for them, it's just been, a regular Tuesday. For other people, it seems to be like it's a little shocking, I guess, especially being Black. It's like trying stuff. It's like, oh, Black girl eating a scorpion. That's kind of weird. That's weird. But
it's different though.
Hey,
it's different. I saw some food you ain't really know where it came from. Like it had like the Asian, the Chinese, right?
I don't really know where a lot of things. I don't know where the stuff comes from.
You better watch it. Well, let me ask you this: if you could, I'm gonna use this word, distill. Like when we be drinking, some things are distilled, so it's kind of like filtered out. If you could distill the core reason that you started doing the content that you're creating now, what would that be?
I think at my core, I want people to maybe get to know me a little better.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a very reserved person in my personal life. I don't really talk. So the most that people actually will see me talk is on these videos, whereas my personality outside of that is much different.
More reserved.
Yes.
Yeah.
So the videos kind of give an insight to me, like my characteristics, who I am as an individual. And that's something that I've struggled with, like kind of like getting out there for a long time. So I was like, okay, I can do this in the comfort of my home. I feel comfortable there. And that's why I'm able to like be myself. So
that's important. That's important. You know, I always say this to people. My marketing philosophy and my business philosophy is you are the brand. Mm-hmm. You are the person that's selling it. So if people fall in love with you, more than likely they fall in love with your product. Mm-hmm. And then you're actually giving a different outlook for yourself now in terms of who you are and what you do, stepping outside your box. I know that's probably like kind of like, oh my God, what am I doing? Why am I jumping out here? But you gotta think, is it invigorating? Does it give you like a little bit of liberation for yourself? Like, yo, I'm actually doing something that I've never done before. I've never thought about trying. What's that like for you?
It's different, especially when I see the responses of people. But it is very liberating. I will say that, because it's like, oh, okay. I look forward to getting a little bit bigger. I look forward to that, just to see kind of where it goes. I'm pretty much winging it, to be honest. So.
No doubt. I mean, I get it. That's, most people that start out, they start winging it. You know, I'm going to just try this out, see what happens. Mm. And I get it. I think sometimes we got to step out there and try some different things, get out of our comfort zone. I'm just like you. Well, I don't know if you're a homebody. I'm a homebody. I love being at home. So comfort in my home, I'm like, I'm safe in space, right? So I can really be myself. So yeah, no, I think that's important. Like, I think that's a critical aspect in terms of how you become where you're going. Yeah. Where you're going. So if you had to think about kind of like where you've come and where you are now, what would you say the biggest like eye-opening thing was for you in terms of the, you know, Be Baked as well as your content creating? What was the biggest thing that you was like, had like that epiphany, like, oh, I did this, or I could do this? Or
when it came to my baking and when it comes to like my food and stuff, I feel like that's still a little bit untapped, but I realized, and I don't want to no shade to anybody.
You throwing shade already?
I'm not.
You throwing shade already, Brittney? Come on, Brittney.
I've realized a lot of people don't really know how to cook good, and they're still famous. Like, they make it. And it's like, I know how to do this really well. So if I was more outgoing, I would have probably been big a long time ago. But it's only me holding myself back. So I looked at that like, okay, I really have what it takes to do this, and I'm just sitting on it. So what you going to do? You going to keep sitting on it? Yeah. Or are you going to put yourself out there?
You said that it's me holding me back.
Yeah.
What kind of conversations you have yourself about
Several. And therapy. I had to really think about that. Being afraid of failure is like, it's still something that I'm working through. It's a progress thing. Like I'm a work in progress when it comes to that, because I still struggle with that. Even with my videos and the things I do, I still have a bunch of them that I haven't posted just because I'm like self-sabotaging. So.
But they say, don't be scared. Don't be scared. You never know what you're going to get. And I'm going to tell you, I'm going to be 100% with you. I'm the same way. I don't want you feeling like this is some people that's like, whatever. If I told you the amount of content I have that I'm sitting on, people probably like, yeah, I got content I'm sitting on, okay? It's coming. Relax. Don't be yelling at me about it. It's coming. But the amount of content I have that I be sitting on, it's not because of the fact that I'm sitting on it because I don't want to put it out. It's more like, are you very critical of yourself?
Yes.
So almost damn near perfectionist? Kind of like, if it don't look like the way I wanted to look, I'm not putting it out.
It ain't going out.
Right. And that's a good thing, but also a bad thing. It's a catch-22. Because when you see some of that other content out there that other people have, you ain't throwing shade. No shade, all right? The truth is the truth. When you see other content, you kind of think to yourself, okay, why didn't I just put this out?
Exactly.
Right?
That's literally it.
I'm going to tell you that fear of failure, I don't know necessarily how you grew up, what your background was. But for me, it was because I grew up in a very independent manner. So if I failed, it was going to be all on me. So I had fear of failing because then it's all on me, right? So I think the fear of failure is what keeps us back. It is what keeps us back. It is the Achilles heel for us entrepreneurs sometimes. You're right. You probably would be ahead of time before that. But the thing you also got to remember is, are you ready for that? Would you be ready to blow up tomorrow if that something like that happened, if one of your posts went viral? What would you do then? You know, so it's always like a maturation. It's always an understanding. Like, I don't want you feeling like, man, I'm so behind the eight ball. Like, there are tons of content creators who are just like you. So once you understand that, maybe get a little more brave and just start putting stuff out there. I mean, I'm just saying, you are one of many, and you don't have to feel like I'm the only one out here that's fear of failure. I see posts all the time, people with 10,000 followers and likes, and I know 10,000 ain't a lot nowadays, but likes and all kind of stuff. But I get it. I get it. Listen, fam, we're going to take a quick break. We're going to be right back sitting here with Miss Brittany of Be Baked. We are rocking out, doing our thing. Remember, you always can check us out on all your podcast platforms, Jimmy Bond's Podcast, Philadelphia Radio. Make sure you email us with your comments and your questions at JIMMYBONDS. Again, it's JIMMYBONDS. That's Jimmy Bond's Podcast at gmail.com. We will catch y'all on the other side. Make sure you give us a phone call. That's 267-289-2515. Again, that's 267-289-2515. We will see y'all on the other end. Be right back. So having that kind of conversation would be great.
I kind of fit in this bracket where I'm like in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
So
y'all talking about something dope? Go right there, top of you, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Another conversation you might have later on.
Empty, now I'm building some leverage so they don't pimp me. Rest in peace to Pimpsy and the ones that came before. You must salute the ones that had to open up the door. See, I got a junior, call him second coming. Shout out to
Loving it.
I've been cheated on, stolen from, and lied to. Youngin' went that FaceTime. She want me to slide to. She digging my vibe too, but I like to keep.
And welcome back, Jimmy Bond's Podcast, right here at Philadelphia Radio TV. Make sure you check out PhiladelphiaRadio.com each and every day. We got all kind of music from all over the world. Check us out. We do this thing again. We're sitting here with the lovely Miss Brittney doing her thing from Be Baked. I'm telling y'all, man, sometimes people just gotta come in and let you hear their story, hear what they're talking about. We're gonna play a little game called Word Association. I'm gonna give a word to Brittney. She's gonna give me the first thing that comes to her mind. So look, she's excited about this. Okay, you ready?
Sure.
All right, we're ready. Cake.
Me.
Sweet.
Me.
Mom.
Me.
Flavor.
Vanilla.
Community.
Why Martin Luther King come to my head? Is that messed up? It's Black History Month, so I feel like I'm on par.
It is. Sacrifice.
Me.
Sincere.
Me. Is this about me? This is a game. Who do you get these?
Family.
Me.
Celebrate.
Me.
Balance.
Me.
Dream.
Me. That could have been Martin Luther King too.
It could. I could have a dream and be baked.
Absolutely me. These are about me. This is
That's what I'm talking about. Word association, family. As you can see, every word that I said is her. That's real. But I think it's dope because sometimes people come on the show and they get real, like, sometimes we're not loose. Like, you sometimes just loosen you up. Welcome to the show. We here, we rocking and rolling. So tell me a bit about this though. What type of home environment do you feel like it's important or conducive to support or support your kids, or even like you growing up? Did you have parents that was like, yeah, Britt, go ahead and do your own thing. Yeah, Britt, go ahead and start your own business?
No. So I had both my mom and dad. They were married. So I come from a 2-parent household. My mom was like a tyrant. So, which I love her. R.I.P. mom.
Yeah, R.I.P. moms.
But I love her to death. But she pushed me to be exceptional at everything. I didn't have an option to fail. That's probably why I'm so scared of it now.
Yeah.
See, that's that therapy.
Yeah, come back around. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
But so I didn't have an option to fail. If I got a B on a test, she would be like, okay, what stopped you from getting an A? Whereas my dad was the complete opposite. I'm literally daddy's girl, even to this day. Like, he sees me as if I'm 5. So,
Still, listen, I got a daughter. I'm going to be the same way. She's going to be 37. I'm going to still be like,
yeah,
what's
that's
up,
how
baby
it
girl?
is.
Yeah.
So, what's important, I think that it's good to have a balance. I think that it's also necessary to kind of like allow your kids to explore their creativity, because I've always been very creative. And I wanted to be an artist. You know what my mama told me? She said, artists only make money when they die. So you can't, how you going to make a living off of that?
That's what they say. Ain't that what they tell you? My grandmother said the same thing, except her husband was a jazz musician and made a lot of money. So that's kind of hard to... Yeah, I know, right? But wait, you said you wanted to be an artist. What kind of artist you talking about?
Because I know how to draw some. I haven't...
Like graphic design?
I just doodle now.
You just doodle? You mean like graphic design artists or like
no,
drawing like
draw.
real?
Literally.
Dope.
Draw.
I want to see that. Why you ain't posting them that yet?
Savannah, slow down.
No doubt. Now, we talked about that fear of failure, right? So, you know, there's two sides of the contrast. It's either you're a failure or you're successful, right? You're successful at what you do. How would you define success? I mean, like you said, you have a fear of failure. You damn near had to be perfect growing up. So with that being said, what does success look like for you?
When I can retire.
What is when you retire? Because retirement today is going to be different than what it is.
Okay, when I can retire tomorrow.
Like tomorrow?
I guess how most people might gauge their success off of like notoriety or other people knowing them. I don't give a damn about any of that. For me, when I make enough money that I don't have to do it anymore, or do any of these things anymore. My mom used to call me a jack of all trades, but master of none. So it's like when I don't have to juggle knowing how to do all these different things anymore and I can just relax, that's when I feel like I'll hit success. Like that's success for me.
Understandable. I mean,
and I got some money, like enough money,
some
to
real
stop,
money, right?
Not like be broke and stuff.
Right. I mean, I hear that slogan all the time. You know, jack of all trades, master of none. I beg to differ with people that say that, and that's really because I feel like we have so many different talents as people. I mean, just look at you. You have your baking talent, you have your artistry that you talked about, and you also do your content creating. So that's different talents, right? So, but it all makes up who you are, right? It's all based on your experience when you come from. So I think that if you want to do art, you don't got to do it right now. You can, when you retire, you can pick that up if you want, right? You know what I mean? So there's different things that you can definitely think about. So I get that. So talk about balancing being a mom and having a business. What's that like?
Well,
mompreneurs, as they call them. Shout out to mompreneurs.
In my line of work, it wasn't so bad because I would make them do stuff for me. Because, like, you know, kids are just little minions for real. So, you know, you teach them how to do what you do. Interns. They can help you out.
Yeah.
With the boys, though, it was more so just them helping with like laborious stuff, like carrying things, not like they were actually cooking. Because in the grand scheme of things, I'm not a person who can share the kitchen. You got to move out my way. So
really, you in the kitchen by yourself. You can't do nothing. Okay, take us in the kitchen then. What's going on in the kitchen?
Your first mistake was saying take us in there. You're not coming in. But I'm just
can we
just joking.
Can we? She gonna let us in the kitchen, boy. No, you're not allowed in that joint. No, I'm trying to take us in there. What's your setup? Besides, of course, the ingredients and things of that nature. You playing music, you setting the vibe, you lighting candles. What you doing?
All right, this is gonna sound weird, but it just is who I am. So there's no music is definitely true crime. Definitely 2020 forensic files, a CSI going on.
You said 2020?
Like yeah.
Did you say 2020?
2020
you talking about
good.
2020 is
2020
dope.
is really good.
2020 is dope. That's an old school genre people don't talk about. They don't talk about that 2020. Everybody talk about the first 48. I watch first 48 all day. But I mean, I'm talking about like back in the day, Dateline type genre, right? You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, I know where you coming from. So you throw true crime on when you're preparing and cooking. Why you do that? What's that? Is it just get your mind off of it kind of thing? You can follow the story instead of following the process?
It's just kind of my thing. I just listen as I'm cooking and stuff like that. So.
Yeah, it makes it interesting. I do the same thing. I be watching true crime doing the craziest stuff. I don't know. I just leave it on. I just stay on.
Well, you know, they say I've been seeing, because of course everyone shares it with me because my family and friends, they're like, oh yeah, Brittany, you crazy, because they say if you relax to that, then you're a psychopath. And I'd be like, oh.
Okay, I'm going to make a confession. Hey. I'm going to make a confession. If you say that, all right, y'all. Some people like, you shouldn't do that. I watch the first 48 to go to sleep.
I watch CSI to go to sleep. I watch whatever.
I don't think you become a psychopath, but it's just, you know what I mean? Like, it's just what you like to watch. It's like, and if you up as long as I have, I see Force 48 on repeat. I see the same episodes 6 hours, 7 hours later.
Yeah,
I know.
It's on.
See, that's different. That's different. When you're done with a cake,
mm-hmm.
and of course, I've seen the pictures, I've seen your videography of them all and how you dress them up. And when you're done with them, right?
Mm-hmm.
What's the feeling like? Like, okay, I've completed.
Exhaustion.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, doing cakes is a lot. I don't think that people think of that. Like, one, because you're creative, 9 times out of 10, people kind of half-ass give you an idea, which is fine because they rely on you to
be creative,
make this look great. So usually they've sent me inspiration pics and then they're like, make this. And then I also have to factor in making it within their budget too.
Mm-hmm.
Because somebody will send you a wedding cake that's 6 tiers, but they only got $20. It's like, okay, that's not what you got.
I love my people. I love my people.
So afterwards, it's such a sigh of relief. It's a sigh of relief once people pick up their cake and or when I drop it off. Because it's like, I'm done with this. It's over until the next thing.
Yeah.
But it's rewarding when you see that people love what they're like, oh my God, this is great. So I love that, especially kids.
Yeah.
Kids get so excited when they see their custom cakes and stuff. They really, really love it. So it's very rewarding seeing people like it, but it is also a relief when you can go home. Then you got to clean up.
You said something a minute ago. You was like, I really like to draw, like to get into art. How is what you do not art, not artistry itself, right? How is that not?
You're right. So it's just kind of expressing it in a different way. I will say that the materials are different.
For sure. I'm sure that, it's of course, a marker or, a colored pencil and something else and some paper is different than
it's a little
all
easier
the ingredients.
To work with just a pencil and paper.
Yeah, I'm sure.
When you got to deal with your fondant and cutting and stuff like that. And I'm going to keep it a bean with you. I know I am very intelligent and I know math, but I hate math. And
I get it.
With cakes, you got because the angles, and if you're good at math and or science, you can decorate a cake.
Yeah.
And I feel like people who are good at science will know how to cook and bake because that's really all it boils down to.
There is a science in cooking and baking. There's a certain amount.
You can be
it's
really
the same
good
thing.
at it. But people who are if you're good at math, you can definitely decorate a cake because all they need to know is the measurements and the circumferences and like that. I don't like that.
So you just eye it.
I'm good enough that I can eye stuff.
The gangster with it. Gangster. Most people can't eye.
So, but some people, they be like, oh, I can't. If you can do math, you can do it.
That's real. So talk about your catering because you mentioned your catering. So, what, you just don't do the cakes. So we catering too. We'll be making.
Anything. Well, I'm not going to say anything. So pretty much my catering menu,
oxtail?
I do. No.
First of all, go ahead. I'm just
oxtail is high as a giraffe's ass. I'm not buying that.
No, it's super expensive. Super expensive. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I don't do as much catering as I used to initially when I started, just because food started getting high. So, you already know. Exactly.
You said started.
And you already know I'm a little too reasonable, so I can't. It wasn't balancing out. It wasn't balancing out.
Who in your family can we get to be like, no, the price is the price. Pay it.
That's what I would have to find.
We got to find one of those. Well, I probably need one of those too, because they be getting on me. Jimmy, please give me a break. Please give me a break. It ain't that much. Just do what you gotta do. I do what I gotta do. I'm just playing, y'all. Listen, my people. If we look like you, you should pay us the same thing as that we look like them people that don't look like you. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
I read between the lines on that one.
Yeah.
Y'all be trying to second guess us and whatever, and then want to look us up and then ask questions and be all decisive. Somebody with a cool website that don't do half of the stuff we do, you will pay that in a heartbeat.
Yep.
Shout out to the people out there. I still love you, though. Still love you. Still love you. Listen, we're going to take a quick break. Remember, family, call us with your comments, your questions, 267-289-2515. Again, that's 267-289-2515. Again, you can email us at jimmybondspodcast@gmail.com. Again, it's jimmybondspodcast@gmail.com. It's JIMMYBONDS podcast@gmail.com. We sit here and talking to the lovely Miss Brittany of Be Baked. We'll be right back. What's good, family? It's your boy Jimmy Bonds, host of the Jimmy Bonds Podcast, reminding you to check us out each and every weekday at 8 a.m. on PhiladelphiaRadio.com. Again, that's PhiladelphiaRadio.com. You also can check us out on each and every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. on WPEB Radio, 88.1 FM, 95.1 FM, West Philadelphia. You also can check us out on all your podcast platforms. That's Apple, that's Spotify, that's iHeart, or wherever you get your podcasts. Make sure you also follow us and subscribe on all your YouTube platforms. At TikTok, that's at Jimmy Bonds Podcast. Instagram, at Jimmy Bonds Podcast. YouTube, at Jimmy Bonds Podcast. Follow, subscribe, like all that good stuff. We love y'all. Appreciate y'all support. We're going to keep this thing moving. So until the next episode, you can find us on Good Hope Road. Screaming, stay up. Don't sleep in your dreams. I'm Jimmy Bonds. Shout out to the squad. And we out. Peace. And welcome back, family. Jimmy Bonds Podcast right here on Philadelphia Radio TV, the PhiladelphiaRadio.com. Remember, you can go check us out on all your podcast platforms. That's Apple, that's Spotify, that's iHeart, that's Notes, Listen Notes, freaking Google Podcasts. It used to be there. They ain't there no more. Go to YouTube. Go to all your podcast platforms, wherever you get your podcasts. Make sure you look for Jimmy Bonds Podcast, and you can check us out, family. We got something like over 100 episodes on there. We just keep going. We just gonna keep this thing going. So remember, family, always call us with your comments, your questions, 267-289-2515. Again, that's 267-289-2515. Also, you can email us at jimmybondspodcast@gmail.com. Again, it's jimmybondspodcast@gmail.com. It's JIMMYBONDS podcast@gmail.com. And again, family, we are here talking to the lovely Miss Brittany of Be Baked. She is over here dropping some bars, dropping some knowledge, talk about her story. I love it. I think it's inspiring. I think it's important. You know, a lot of times we talk about women inspiring each other, right? How that's a very important thing. But I often find it very interesting because women can also inspire men and men can inspire women. We don't talk about that as much in our culture. Okay. I think a lot of times, and I'm going to just be 100 with you, right? I think a lot of times we separate ourselves based on our gender. So I met you at a women's empowerment event, right?
Yes.
I didn't meet you at a men's empowerment event. I met you at a woman's empowerment event. Why not just a people empowerment event or a community empowerment event? Okay. Or whatever your gender is, empowerment event, because people identify differently today. So, you know, I'm just saying. Mm-hmm. But, you know, I'm really just trying to get to the point of being like, yo, family, like, let's bring it together. Let's bring it together, all right? If you got something for the women, have something for the men. Have something for the men, have something for the women. And we all can pop out and have a good time. Anyway, enough of my preaching. Back to it, family, back to it. We sit here talking to Brittany about some things. I find it interesting because I think that how you operate with your business, how you operate, I guess, in the world and with the content that you create, what are some of the things that you think, not pet peeves, but things you thought about before you started even doing the content creating side, the funnies, because they're hilarious, by the way. I just want to tell you, she funny as hell. As conservative as she is, right? She funny as hell. She be on there with her daughter. They be having a great time. Shout out to your daughter. I know she about to graduate high school, so yes. I know you're proud about that. Shout out to all your boys. I think you got you have grandkids?
Yeah, I know.
Do she look like she got grandkids? Gangster, right? But congratulations, because that's a dope thing. But what do you have to tell yourself sometimes in terms of just like, yo, I got to make this happen?
I tell myself that I got to make this happen.
What's your pet peeve in terms of just like what you see there? I know that's about your content creation. Like, what's that like? What do you see? One of the things that you like, you know what? I want to be seen this way. Or want to be seen like in a certain kind of manner. You know, we all important about our brand. We think about our brand all the time. So what are some of the things you want people to see when they see you, whether it's on social media, whether it's, you know, when they're even seeing you in person? What are some of the like attributes that you want to highlight?
Okay. So I never want, like, even though with my content creation, like the things that I put out there, it can seem weird or very strange. I don't ever want, I know, right?
What?
I don't want anybody to like get the impression that, I don't want to say like, not for the lack of better term, like that I am like just weird or whatnot. I just enjoy trying new things. It doesn't mean like that I'm just going to be doing anything. So I don't want to put out the impression that, oh, she's just out here trying,
but being weird that's the twist these days, ain't it?
I don't know what this.
Not being normal.
I don't know
the
what
twist.
the the things are these days. I stay out of that. That's not my business.
How does scorpion taste, though?
It tastes like dirt.
Tastes like dirt?
Yeah, it tastes like dirt. Not that I'm just a connoisseur of dirt, but I'm just like, I don't know variations of dirt, but I feel like it's given where it lives. That's like
tastes like Arizona dirt, like in the dirt in Arizona, in the desert. I can dig it. I can dig it. Now listen. So of course you got your followers, and I see you. I see your followers growing. I see you growing on social media. Yeah, she's like, yeah, you see that? I like that. So they connect with you on multiple levels, right? So they do different things. They connect with you. I see you. No, but I love it. I love it. So what do you think is important about emotional connections? Not just being a content creator, but also being a baker. Like, how important is that for you and your clientele and also your followers?
I see it as important. I think that when people can personify or feel like they're with you in this space, that they take more of a liking to you. When you are more authentic. So that's why I strive to just be my authentic self on camera. You seem likable, even if it's something that the person watching may not partake in themselves. They still feel like, oh, girl, what you doing?
Yeah, you try that. I'm going to try that.
Yeah, they feel like, they're in the room with you, or that, that they're part of it. So
yeah.
I like that aspect of it. I like that connection. I think that that's important to have with your viewers.
Would you try it at the Chinese buffet?
Octopus salad and a green snail.
She about to tell you. Remember that bull? What's that bull? I think it's a Food Network.
Andrew Zimmern. I actually love that show. That Bizarre Foods. That literally, I still follow him now. I love that man. Yeah. I would watch his show.
Pull that out. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's what's up. No, that show's crazy.
I love that show.
I watch the Food Network all the time.
Me too.
He's on the Food Network. He's also on the Travel Network, I think. That's where he's on.
Yeah, because they took the show off of Food Network.
Right,
but
put him on there. He's traveling all over. What's next? So what's the next chapter? What's next?
I'm just going to keep going, to be honest. I have a lot of stuff. Like, if anyone ever did come to my house and like went in my fridge to see the things that I have in there, it's very different. But I have a lot of things planned that I'm going to put out there, and I'm just going to keep pushing, see what other ideas I can come up with.
No doubt.
I have a lot of things floating in my head that I've learned to like write down, because I'll come back to them and, hopefully put them out, kind of merge my social media, because I have different things going on each. So
yeah, because I didn't see your personal stuff. I didn't go on your personal stuff. I only got your business stuff.
Oh, really?
Yep. Yep. So I'm going to just say that. Anyway, what is something that somebody has said to you, whether it's social media, whether it's just in person, somebody made a cake, something somebody said to you that touched you that you will never forget?
The one thing that sticks with me that was said to me years ago, or a customer of mine said to me, that I will support anything you do because it's you. And it's like, dag, it kind of just brings full circle that I know that I have a lot of ideas. I know that I'm probably like all over the place sometimes when I do stuff, but to have people support you just because they actually like believe in you, that no matter what you do, they're still going to be behind you, that meant a lot to me. So, because sometimes you can feel alone out here. It's hard. So when people blindly support
sometimes you can feel alone. Sometimes, family, in this entrepreneur life that we live, you can feel like you all by yourself, right?
Yep.
So I mean, how critical is that?
I still take that with me, like when it comes to thinking about what I do and stuff like that,
That's dope. Those things keep us going, right? Because sometimes we do things and just like, it's like a never-ending cycle, but it's the effects of what we see, the impact that we make, the lives that we change. Before someone gets your cake, they're searching, oh my God, I got to get a cake for whatever event, They don't have anybody do it. They find you and you make it, and you have that checkbox off of their list they had to get taken care of. And it comes back the way it comes back. The cake is the most decorative piece of a party. We know this, right? It's the centerpiece.
Yep.
Weddings, birthdays, whatever it may be, family reunions even. The cakes and baking are really the centerpiece. And, I seen your work, Mama. Your work ain't slight. It's phenomenal. It's absolutely just stupid dope. I think I've seen definitely superheroes all over the place for all the kid joints you've done. I've seen some
superheroes.
anniversary ones
I
that
did
you've
a
done.
Prince cake a long time ago, like his
Ooh.
blouse. Oh, that one took me some time, but I really love.
What's the longest you ever take to make cake? What's the longest?
Like a day or two sometimes. It depends on the size and what it is and what it requires.
Is there anything that you won't do?
No.
So you be doing like bachelorette parties and stuff too?
Yeah, I'll do anything. That sounded really bad. I won't do anything. That didn't sound good.
Especially after I asked that question, she was like, I do anything.
Do anything. It's not like that.
No, but you whatever you think you can accomplish.
Yes.
Right? when someone talks about you, Brittney, the mom, the baker, the content creator, when they talk about you, what do you want people always to remember about you?
I want them to remember that I'm just real. I want to be that. I never want to be at any stage in my life and someone think that faking.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I want them to know that at any stage that I am who I am, and I'm not compromising that.
That's real. That's real. And I think that's important, to stick to your guns, to stick to your own platform that you stand on. Mm-hmm. You said something, and I mentioned it before. You said that the thing that you remember the most someone saying to you was, I'm going to support you because it's you. Remember I was saying that my philosophy is once people fall in love with you, they fall in love with everything. Mm-hmm. That's what I mean. Is that you can never lose customers because it's you. No matter what you do, whether you baking, you're doing content creating, you can wake up tomorrow and be like, I want to do fashion, and just start drawing fashion out. Whatever you might want to do. Mm-hmm. If you have people like that in your corner, you ain't never gonna fail. That fear of failure should not be there. Because you have people, you have proof of what you have done and accomplished. And not just proof for like 6 months. You got proof for years of what you've been putting in. So, for all of those, everybody out there, fear of failure, we all face it. But you got to remember, and I think sometimes we have that imposter syndrome.
Yeah.
We feel like, am I really doing this? Am I really supposed to be here? It's like, nah, you're supposed to be here. You're supposed to be where you at right now. Where you going? And I'm telling you, Be Baked's gonna be dope. I probably got some cakes coming up or some events coming up I need some cakes at.
Okay.
I definitely do. So matter of fact, shout out to JJ, birthday coming up. I'm always impressed by you.
Oh.
Okay, so I don't want you to think I'm stalking you enough and some weirdness, right? But I'm always impressed by you because, like I said, I've met you years ago. Mm-hmm. So to see where you are now, and to how you were before, you went from just baking and now you're making the content. 2 years from now, what we going to be doing? Look, she come out her shell slowly but surely. What we going to be doing then? Who knows, right?
Yeah.
So that's the beautiful thing about it, is that the maturation of it. As a woman, as a business owner, as a mom, everything, like we all grow. We grow out of those places that we used to be. Like I get stuck in places sometimes and I know I got to get out of them just because it's going to benefit me. Not everybody's around me, not about making money. It's just my own personal growth, right? Mm-hmm. So, that's my biggest wish for you. My biggest prayer for you is like, yo, just keep pushing. Like that fear of failure ain't never going to be there.
Well, I got to give you your kudos because I remember that when we did have a conversation about me being on your podcast before, you were telling me, you were like, you got to get on camera. And I didn't want to because I was doing my food videos. They were literally just the food and me preparing it. I wasn't on the camera. You're like, you have to get on camera. You have to be comfortable being on camera. So I will take, because of you recommending that.
Look at you now. I didn't see it. You're not upside down like I am. You got more followers than followings. Okay, she doing her thing, family. Where can they find you? Come on, plug it away.
Oh, so for baking, for Instagram, I have Facebook as well, but on Instagram, it's at Be Baked INC. For my crazy content creation, it's at B33 Baked. The 33 is just a play off of
B, the E.
Yeah, because that's my name. Right, it's my initials. So.
What, BB?
B.
Oh, B.
It's my first, middle, and last name.
For real?
Yeah, so it's literally, they spell out B. That's why I use it so frequently.
That's gangster.
Yeah.
Initial over this show. All right, so that's where you find you now. If you're looking to get some cakes made, you're looking to do some things, make sure you contact her. Again, you will be happy with what you get. I promise you. Check out all her Instagrams, all her social media platform stuff she has, all her accounts, because I promise you'll fall in love with her. You'll fall in love with her sincerity. You'll fall in love with just with the way, as toxic as social media is. Sometimes you need somebody that's just real, down to earth, family people, because it's just what we need. So if you're looking for that, I guarantee you'll find it in Brittney. Brittney, I want to thank you for coming on tonight.
Thank you
This
for
has been
having
dope.
me.
What was your experience about being on the podcast, first one?
Well, y'all, it's hot as hell in here. It's like,
Yo, tell him I had to wipe my head off. So I was sweating out this joint. What you talking about? Lights on this joint? What you talking about?
No, it's really great. Very calm environment, which I love that. I was very nervous. I'm still kind of a little nervous, but it's very welcoming. You feel at home, so I enjoyed it.
Yeah, that's dope. That's dope. Thank you for coming on, Mama. Thank you for coming on. Remember, family, you always can follow us on Instagram at Jimmy Bonds Podcast, on TikTok at Jimmy Bonds Podcast, on YouTube at Jimmy Bonds Podcast. Make sure you join the Jimmy Bond Podcast Facebook group. That's on Facebook. You can always email us at jimmybondspodcast@gmail.com. Again, that's jimmybondspodcast@gmail.com. It's JIMMYBONDS podcast@gmail.com. Shout out to my babies. Shout out to A. And remember, call somebody. Please call them. Somebody you talked to recently, somebody you haven't talked to recently. Call them and tell them that you love them, because you never know when you might get another chance. My sister Britt, my brother A. in the back. I'm Jimmy Bonds, Philadelphia Radio TV, Jimmy Bonds Podcast. We out.
I let you buy the bar, I gotta pay off my mortgage. Jimmy Bonds, man, the truth. Stay up on some new shit. Stay up in some new kicks. Stay about the news clips.